welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
We are diving into how AI is changing things for writers,
Yeah. Writers.
students,
Everyone, really.
anyone who uses the written word.
And get this, the book we are diving into is Writing in the Age of AI, ChatGPT Unleashed,
Okay.
written by ChatGPT,
ChatGPT.
about ChatGPT.
So meta,
Yeah.
right? It's like we're holding up a mirror
Yeah.
to artificial intelligence
The AI looking at itself.
and saying, what do you think you are doing?
What are you doing here? And writing a book about it.
But instead of just a reflection, we get this whole book.
A whole analysis.
Yeah,
It's super fascinating to see how AI sees its own abilities.
it really is.
And they start by taking us way back
Oh, right.
to like the Stone Age of writing.
So the time of typewriters?
Typewriters.
Yeah.
Whiteout.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Right.
ChatGPT actually calls the delete button revolutionary.
It was.
It changed everything.
Oh, yeah, it did.
It changed how we approach writing.
Totally.
This book argues that AI is going to be even bigger than that.
Wow. Even bigger than the delete button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the next leap forward.
Okay.
AI busting your writer's block.
Helping you craft a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Helping you write emails.
Sign me up for that one.
Right. Seriously.
Everyone wants that.
But let's talk about those ethical concerns.
Oh, yeah. The elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room.
Plagiarism.
Cheating.
All of it.
All that.
This book does not shy away
Okay.
from all of that.
Okay.
It really dives right in.
Okay.
On the one hand, ChatGPT says it can be a really powerful tool for learning, like a super tutor,
Okay.
but then it talks about hallucinations.
Hallucinations.
Yeah.
Is my computer going to start seeing things?
It's not that your computer is seeing things.
Okay.
It's that AI can create things that aren't real.
Okay, so making things up.
Making stuff up.
Okay.
Like completely fake information,
Like what?
fabricated sources.
Okay.
And it actually uses the example of a lawyer who got fined a bunch of money
Oh, no.
for using fake cases
That AI had made up.
that the AI pulled out of thin air.
Wow. Okay, so it's a helpful research assistant,
Yeah.
but it also makes stuff up.
Well, it can.
It's unnerving.
It's about having a brainstorming partner
Okay.
who you don't trust with everything.
Right.
You still got to double check.
Okay, so oversight is still important.
Very.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a replacement for thinking
Right.
or fact checking.
Okay, good to know.
So the book also talks about how AI can help you find your writing voice.
Really?
Yeah,
Can AI do that?
that's what they say.
Can it grasp something that's so human?
Human. They say so.
Interesting.
It's a bold claim for sure.
It is.
They think AI can analyze a writing style
Oh, God.
and then say, oh, you should sound more like this.
Like more like me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it can pick up on your style
Interesting.
and refine it.
Okay.
Make it stronger.
So if my writing
That's
voice is kind of all over
yeah.
the place,
Yeah.
it could be like
They could wrangle it in.
my AI editor
Exactly.
to refine it.
Help you figure out what you really sound like.
Like
And this is where it gets even wilder. It talks about an experiment that they did
Okay.
where ChatGPT wrote stories
Okay.
in the style of famous authors.
No way.
Yeah.
So like if I wanted to read a Stephen King novel,
Yeah.
but it was written by a robot.
It could happen.
Wow.
That's where we are.
So then what does that mean for storytelling?
Yeah. What does that mean for creativity?
Wow.
Can AI be creative?
That's a big question.
A huge question.
Wow. Okay. It really makes you think.
It does.
Like, what does it mean to be a
Mhm.
writer, to be creative?
What does it mean to be a storyteller now?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. But before we go,
Yeah.
full on sci-fi panic here.
Right.
Let's back up for a second.
Okay.
The book also talks about AI's role in research,
Yes.
and not as just like the source of information,
Right.
but as a research assistant.
Exactly.
So tell me more about that.
So it's not just, can I ask the AI a question and get an answer?
Okay.
But can it help me figure out what questions to ask?
Oh, interesting.
How to break down this big research topic
Okay.
into smaller questions that
That's
I can
right.
actually tackle.
Okay.
So it even talks about like maybe you've missed some areas of research that it can point you toward.
That's like having a super-powered brainstorming friend.
Yeah.
When you're like, oh my gosh,
Totally.
I'm lost in all these research papers.
It's a lot to deal with.
It is.
So yeah, it can be very helpful for that.
Okay, but then doesn't that lead to just regurgitating information?
Well, that's
Like, how do we avoid that?
That's where this book says human judgment is still key. It's about using it as a springboard,
Okay,
not the end-all be-all.
got it.
So you use the AI to get started,
Okay,
and then you do the work.
to actually make it legit.
You go to the academic databases.
Okay.
You go to those peer-reviewed journals.
Okay, so do your real research?
Exactly. You still got to do it.
Okay.
It's not going to do it for you.
Interesting. So you're saying ChatGPT actually says that
It does.
it's not the end-all, be-all of research.
It actually warns against just relying on it blindly. It
Interesting.
knows it's not perfect.
Yeah, because it's not human.
Right.
It doesn't have that lived experience.
It can make stuff up.
Right, like those court cases.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's about knowing that going in.
So it's self-aware
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
That's kind of wild.
It is.
Which makes human oversight that much more important.
Right.
Especially, I would think, in, like, education.
Oh, absolutely. Huge in education.
Huge.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, imagine students just
Oh, just typing in the question.
getting the answer right.
Yeah, and then just
From a robot.
regurgitating it.
Yeah. And not really learning.
And not learning anything.
Right.
Right.
So how do we deal with that?
Well, so the book talks about this.
Okay, good.
It talks about how teachers
Yeah.
can design assignments
Okay.
that AI can answer.
Okay, so, like, what... So instead of
Say a
saying...
good example.
What are the main exports of Brazil?
Okay.
You say...
Which you could Google.
Right, you could just Google that.
Yeah.
You could ask ChatGPT that.
But instead you say,
Yeah.
analyze the impact of Brazilian coffee production
Right.
on global trade patterns.
Interesting.
Something that requires more
More critical thinking.
critical thinking.
Okay,
Yeah.
so less just stating facts and more like
Synthesizing information.
really using your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Like come up with...
It even talks about bringing in personal interviews
Oh, interesting.
or local history,
Okay.
things that AI wouldn't necessarily have easy access to.
Okay, so forcing students to think outside the box.
Exactly.
The AI box.
Outside the AI box.
I like it.
Yeah.
So it's not just about catching cheaters.
No.
It's about using this as a tool.
Yes, it actually says that it could be really good for tailoring like personalized learning and giving feedback to students
Yeah, okay.
in a way that maybe a teacher can't always
Interesting.
because they don't have time.
Because they have 30 kids
Right.
to work with.
But the AI could kind of
Okay.
fill in those gaps.
So AI as personalized tutors.
Yeah.
Not just the walking, talking,
Right.
typing.
The typing encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Okay, but what about the creative side of writing?
Yeah.
Can AI actually help us there?
That's where it gets really interesting.
Okay,
because-
this is a big question for me
Yeah.
as a writer.
Well, ChatGPT says that it can help you when you've got writer's block,
Okay.
that it can help you develop characters,
Okay.
generate plot ideas.
Hold on. It's going to steal my dream of being a novelist.
It might. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It says it's more like a collaborative tool.
Okay.
So you're working with it
Got it.
to improve your writing,
Okay.
to bounce ideas off of.
So like my robot brainstorming buddy.
Exactly. Who will never tell you your ideas are stupid.
Yeah, who's always on call.
Always on call.
Okay. I mean,
Right?
that's kind of cool, actually.
It is kind of cool.
It is.
It even says it can help you write in different genres.
Okay.
Like if you want to try poetry,
Okay.
it can give you suggestions on meter and rhyme.
So it's like having a whole team
A whole team of teachers
of writing coaches
at your beck and call,
at my fingertips.
24/7.
Wow. Okay, so if it could do all of that,
Yeah,
then what is left for the human writer? That's the big question, right?
it really is.
If AI can basically write the entire book for us,
Yeah.
what are we even doing here?
And it's interesting you say that because
Yeah.
that's something that ChatGPT actually talks about.
Okay, so it's aware.
It is self-aware in this book.
Okay.
It says even with all its powers,
Yeah,
it can't be human.
right.
It can't replicate human experience.
Right.
Our emotions, our feelings, the
Yeah.
way we see the world.
neat perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
Those are the ingredients that make a story,
That make it good?
make it resonate with people.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so it can mimic style,
Okay.
but it can't write with soul.
Exactly.
Right.
And I think without that,
Yeah.
writing can feel
Yeah.
empty or robotic.
Right, like you're reading a textbook.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Something no one wants that.
Right. We don't read just for plot.
Yeah.
We read to connect.
Connect with the human experience, to see
Yeah.
ourselves in the characters.
Yeah.
Even if it's who we don't want to be.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, so does ChatGPT get that, though?
It does. Okay.
It understands.
It understands its limitations.
Yes, it even warns
Okay.
against relying on it too much.
Interesting.
It says you still have to develop your own voice.
Right.
You still have to
Don't ruin your crafts.
Hone your craft, exactly.
And live a little.
Live a little.
Yeah, get some experience.
So you have something to write about?
Right, because a computer can only
Exactly.
He can only pull from what it knows.
It's like ChatGPT is saying,
Right.
hey, I can help you with the technical stuff.
Yeah.
But get out there.
Get out there.
And live a life.
Live life.
That's true.
Profound advice.
It is.
For an AI.
It is very profound.
Especially in the age of technology.
Right.
Where it's so easy to get sucked in.
So easy to get sucked in.
To the digital world.
To just sit there and scroll and scroll and scroll.
And forget to actually, like, go outside.
Right.
It's like that old saying, a writer is a world trapped inside a person.
Ooh, I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
An AI can create worlds.
It can.
But it can't replicate.
It can't replicate the human heart.
Right. It's true.
That's where the magic is.
That's where the magic is.
In the human experience.
Yes.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive into writing in the age of AI.
I have to ask, are you optimistic
I am.
about the future of writing?
I am. I think it can be an incredible tool